Yuki and John's Patreon buffet.
Okay, so Yuki, what's up, man?
Hey.
Hey. All right, so today we were going to do just general conspiracy theories, but we'll save that because in our quest to find what to talk about, in terms of conspiracy theories, we realized that there's so many conspiracy theories about Antarctica, which is a continent on the Earth, Yuki. You know how many continents there are on the Earth?
7?
7, Yuki. You are amazing because a lot of people don't know that. Some people, one time, this guy was like, he was arguing with me on the internet about some bullshit about fire herpes and the conspiracy and the fucking Traumagate. And he said something like, I'm going to have you banned on 20 continents. And I was like, dude, you just lost. I mean, I know that not everybody knows and not everybody's smart enough to know or didn't pay attention enough to know in school that there's 7 fucking continents.
You know why I know it? It's very easy to remember. Olympic?
The Olympics, yeah.
5 rings, that's 5 continents.
Oh.
And then plus north and the south, top and the bottom, so that's 7.
Is that 7? Yeah. Well, I mean, there it is 7, but that's crazy. But Antarctica, they should have an Olympics team. There would only be like 4 people who does every sport.
Yeah, I guess it's not the north and south. Those are no country. That's why only 5 rings.
That would be amazing. Like the scientists of Antarctica somehow declare that they're the nation of Antarctica, and they have to do every single sport. They have to do curling. They have to do ski jumps. Even if they suck at it, they have to do it. Yo, that's actually a good concept for a movie. Yo, Yuki, we'll call it Antarctica Olympics.
Very difficult, though. Even the winter sports, very hard to do in Antarctica.
Every sport is, dude. Every bit of living in Antarctica, as far as I know, is pretty difficult. You walk outside, it's a -50 or some shit like that. You could, if you stay outside too long for 3 minutes, your nose freezes off. Shit like that.
Or maybe you do summer sports in Antarctica. That could be a challenge.
So you got to get naked and what do you do in summer? What's the summer sports? Oh, swimming.
Swimming and the marathon, like a track and field.
Yeah. How long can you last without having your lungs explode from the cold?
You run 100 meters
in the snow. Yeah, if they hosted the Olympics, that would be great.
Yeah.
There would be mass deaths of fucking. That would be horrible, actually. all the athletes would just have frostbite and all kinds of crazy shit.
Or those what's called, instead of marathon, you can use what's called snow with dogs and
the dog sled, the Huskies. Yeah, you have the Huskies.
Yeah, they could do those races.
Hell
actually,
yeah.
Some place they do that kind of race, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe Finland or Norway or those countries may have those race.
Holy shit, that's pretty cool, Yuki. That's I would love to see a Husky race. You can bet on it like the Belmont Stakes or something. You know how you bet on the horses? That would be awesome. Husky races.
Husky races.
I also like I don't know where this came from. It's probably not Antarctica. It's probably somewhere else. But Saint Bernard with the barrel of whiskey on his neck. I always loved that in old cartoons. And I guess if people were cold, they would get a sip of whiskey or something from the dogs.
Those are the rescue dog, right?
Yeah, Saint Bernards.
those dogs are maybe like a Switzerland, not Antarctica. Or
No,
those,
I know, but I always associate it with the cold because the old cartoons would have like the guy abandoned or sleep, and then he would open the thing and drink it. All right, Antarctica, Yuki. There's some what?
Go ahead. The conspiracy.
Yeah, there's some conspiracies here, Yuki. And I'm gonna read a couple of them from. There's a site called polarguidebook.com. Polarguidebook.com. And I'm going to read some of it. So this says, Antarctica is a mysterious continent at the southern tip of the Earth. Due to its isolation and extreme environment, it's the continent we know the least about. Whilst we were discovering more Antarctica facts every year, we won't be surprised to hear that it's also the source of many conspiracy theories that we all share today. So, number one, this is the first conspiracy theory that they're talking about. Hitler had a secret base in Antarctica. Why?
Well, I don't know about the Hitler, but I think some hidden bases there. I believe that.
I'm sure there are hidden bases, and I'm sure there's bases that we don't know about, and I'm sure that there are things about Antarctica that maybe there's some fucked up shit. We'll get to more conspiracy theories about it, but unless Hitler was looking for a secret weapon or a super weapon, what would he have a base down there for? Plus, imagine, our technology has improved and improved and improved in this modern age. Imagine in World War II what it would have been like to go down there. Imagine in the 1800s, most motherfuckers aren't prepared. What did they have, like 7 rabbit furs and a wooden ship back in the day? I mean, Jesus Christ.
Maybe before I don't think they're thinking about the bunker from the nuclear, right? Because there wasn't a nuclear weapon back then.
Well, let's see what it says. It might seem odd to say that this was one of the more realistic conspiracy stories about Antarctica, but it even took the work of 2 distinguished scientists to debunk this myth in a Oh, so it's debunked. So what are we even talking about? If it's a conspiracy theory and it's debunked, then who cares? Oh no, this is going to be bad. They're saying, yeah, it's who cares? It's a conspiracy theory that's been debunked, Yuki. So what the fuck is the point? Okay, next one. 2, there are UFOs in Antarctica. It seems that on a weekly basis that there are some alien-looking objects appearing all over the skies, including Antarctica. These photos and videos are often accompanied by compelling stories that make them easy to believe. There are 2 notable sightings which went viral. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. However, it was disproven. But so if it's... Oh, come on. Oh, God. So the second one is disproven, too. At least that's what they're saying here. So what the fuck is the point of that? Okay, number 3. Antarctica's lost civilization. There are claims that Antarctica was once home to a pre-modern civilization that could be the mythical city of Atlantis. The basis for this claim is ancient Peri-Reis map created in 1513, which appears to show the Antarctic continent before it froze over. The theory made national news. Conspiracy theories back up the claim with many Google Earth satellite images, such as this one. They show one, which people are describing as some sort of a castle. There's like a castle, it looks like. For the hard evidence behind this, we do know that Antarctica was formed when the supercontinent Gondwana broke up. And at this time, Antarctica was a tropical forest and could have sustained a civilization. So, remember, Yuki, so there's the 7 continents, but there used to be one supercontinent called Pangaea. They were all together. And then they started breaking apart, and then they formed other continents, and the continental shift happened. So I guess there was one called Gondwana, or whatever the fuck it was, that Antarctica was a part of. Now it says, Antarctica diverged from Gondwana and moved to its southern position and froze over long before humans had evolved in Africa around 2 to 6 million years ago. So the chances of another intelligent life form similar to humans existing on this it's near impossible. So now they just proved, Yuki, this fucking article is all about conspiracy theories that have been disproven.
well, so it can't be a conspiracy anymore. They've disproved.
Well, that's what it's saying here. Okay, Antarctica has a secret passage to Hollow Earth. What do you think about that, Yuki?
Well, journey to the center of the earth, like the sea inside the earth.
Well, you know, Hollow Earth. You know what that
like empty, right?
Yeah, so the Hollow Earth theory suggests that the Earth is not solid but contains vast internal spaces, a concept that has fascinated people for centuries, despite being debunked by modern science. Fuck! They've all been debunked, Yuki.
There won't be any conspiracy theory there. I mean, everything, and they talk about it, then they said wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
So the idea of Hollow Earth dates back to ancient myths and folklore, with various cultures envisioning subterranean realms. In 19th century, John Cleves Sims Jr. became a prominent advocate of the Hollow Earth theory, claiming that the Earth had large openings at the poles, which he referred to as Sims holes. He even sought government funding for an expedition to explore these openings. The Hollow Earth concept has inspired works of fiction, like you said, Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Right, Jules Verne, he already wrote the novel.
Yeah, Jules Verne, and that was in the 1800s. And then despite the intriguing narrative, the Hollow Earth theory has been thoroughly debunked by modern science. So all we're doing here is discussing debunked fucking... Here's one. This guy is called Admiral Richard Byrd, and he embarked upon a mysterious expedition to Antarctica in 1946, Yuki, just a year after World War II. It's called Operation High Jump. Over 4,700 men, 13 ships, and 33 aircrafts ventured deep into Antarctica, the last uncharted frontier. The mission's goals included setting up research bases, mapping out the polar regions, and training operations at sub-zero temperatures. But the expedition was shrouded in mystery. Rumors swirled about Nazi bases encountering inner-Earth beings and air battles with UFOs. So all the things that were debunked, these people claim General Byrd encountered. So, after World War II, he went there, Operation High Jump. They wanted to explore Antarctica. And so this is saying that it was officially known as Arctic Development Program and was the largest Antarctic expedition ever undertaken, Yuki. The scale of Operation High Jump is one of the aspects that fuels speculation about its true purpose. So why would they send 4,700 people down to fucking Antarctica around World War II? So they're claiming that maybe Hitler did encounter beings from inside the Earth or UFOs or...
Which country sent those guys?
U.S. So Operation High Jump, Yuki. So after Operation High Jump ended, various interpretations and anecdotes from Byrd's later years began to circulate. Though not substantiated, these accounts have gained popularity over time. He's often quoted to have said, "It's quite possible that one of the reasons we had so much trouble was because of a new and advanced type of craft we encountered. I have seen this type of craft which is capable of flying from pole to pole without refueling. It's a new type of flying machine that I have never seen before." In later radio interviews, he said, "I would like to see the entire continent of Antarctica closed off to any further exploration and development until we know more about the forces we encountered there." Interesting.
It's Area 51 in Antarctica.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yes. So it's saying the theory that during World War II, the Nazis founded secret facilities in Antarctica within the region they called Neuschwanstein. They argue that these bases house advanced technologies, including flying saucers and other aircraft that were developed and reverse engineered from crashed UFO landings. So the Nazis specifically say found some crashed UFO landing and then reverse engineered them so they figured out how the technology worked.
So it's real story of the thing.
Yeah, dude, this is probably where the thing came from. Others speculate that the Nazis escaped to these bases after the war and continued their technological advancements in isolation. Holy shit. Some say that Byrd went down to Antarctica to confront these hidden Nazi bases and encountered unexpected resistance that was too technologically advanced to just be simple, regular old Nazis.
Mm.
And then, so they went in 1946, and in 1947, in February, earlier in the year, it was abruptly halted. Government records state that the operation was cut short due to bad weather, but many cast doubts at that explanation. People say that it was because of what the beings and the aircrafts that they encountered down there. Admiral Byrd had a secret journal, often regarded as a work of fiction, but the journal recounts an otherworldly tale. It describes secret flights in 1947 where Byrd's aircraft experienced malfunctions, causing them to lose bearings, and the instruments failed, and they found themselves flying over a vast Greenland that had no place in the polar region. So they're saying there was a hidden realm down there that had fertile valleys, warm lakes, lush vegetation, magnificent cities spread across all the landscape, and that his plane landed there with the help of some sort of a technology, and he met these tall, graceful beings who, despite their otherworldly presence, were remarkably human-like. They told Byrd that he encountered the inner world of the Earth. Advanced beings, they expressed deep concern about the direction of humanity, and they wanted Byrd to warn of the dangers of nuclear technology. They're saying this was 2 years prior we had used the nuclear weapon.
Oh, so these are true stories?
Well, some people say they were debunked, but Admiral Byrd apparently himself went on radio programs later in his life and said that these were things that he encountered. People say that they were works of fiction so that he can make money and stuff in his later life, but he claimed them to be true. So what he was saying is that there was like a wall of ice, right? Antarctica was a wall of ice. And then in the middle of Antarctica, that there was a hole that went into the inner earth. And there was it was like mountains and valleys and greenery and warm. And that there were beings lived there that were human-like, but not human.
Oh, so it is like a journey to the center of the earth. And there's a world inside the earth.
Yeah. World inside the earth, Yuki. Now, people are saying that people are saying that his journals, secret journals, bear resemblance to works of fiction, so that's why people think that they can debunk them. But, Yuki, during the Cold War, they signed the Antarctic Treaty demilitarizing the continent so that it could have peaceful scientific research. The U.S. and the Soviet Union collaborated on researching the Antarctic, but mostly in secret. So what they're saying is that they encountered beings and things there that were far advanced of us that could, use UFOs, the advanced technology. They warned humans of the places that they were going with the destructive technology. And I think maybe... I don't necessarily believe it, but I think that there are probably things in Antarctica that we can't necessarily explain, or it would be hard for us to study because of the harsh weather.
Yeah, I'm wondering why, some country has a base. Japan has a base in Antarctica, but what they doing there? It's like, what they study.
Sub-zero temperatures, things like that, because that probably helps maybe down the line when we are exploring the cosmos. If we encounter, say, harsh environments, how could we survive in those harsh environments as human beings? Why would they study the ocean? Well, they just want to know what the fuck goes on down there. Humans are curious beings, but at the same time, what better place on Earth other than the ocean to set up a secret base for alien beings if they could survive down there so that we can't really find them and they could sort of observe us in secret?
Maybe UFO has a, Earth headquarters over there, maybe.
Yeah, that's what people say is like down under the ocean is where UFOs are sitting there and they're able to sort of live under the ocean and observe us and set up the same thing with Antarctica. Maybe they also, you ever read that book, At the Mountains of Madness by H.P. Lovecraft?
No.
So that's all about, it's probably very similar to what this was described, but it was before this. There's an expedition that goes down to Antarctica and they start to encounter strange things. People are, getting picked off. There's weird things from the mountains or whatever. And then they go into this underground city that was maintained by the elder gods that are older than time itself, that lived on the earth when it was first born. And they went underground and lived there, but they're sleeping now. And these scientists entering that city wakes them up, Yuki.
Well, how come nobody made movie about that?
Well, Guillermo del Toro and James Cameron and Tom Cruise tried to make the movie. So Guillermo del Toro was going to write and direct it. James Cameron was going to produce it, and Tom Cruise was going to star in it. And it was so expensive that the studios kind of said no. Plus, they wanted it to be an R rating. And they were like, we can't make an R-rated horror film that costs that much because they didn't believe it would make the money back. But how do you say no to Guillermo del Toro, James Cameron, and Tom Cruise, plus an H.P. Lovecraft established story? How?
Sounds like a budget to be $500 million.
It was in the hundreds of millions for sure. For sure. But I would love to see that movie. You kidding me? That sounds great. Tom Cruise running away from an octopus creature underground, and that sounds good to me. Although, did you see Guillermo del Toro's recent Frankenstein?
No, I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's okay, but it ain't even close to the original Boris Karloff.
Right. See, and then I didn't like the Coppola's one, Kenneth Branagh, when De Niro did. I didn't like
that one. I didn't like. I love Coppola's Dracula, but I didn't like Frankenstein. It was Kenneth Branagh directed that one. It wasn't, dude. It just wasn't good. But I liked certain aspects of Guillermo del Toro's. There was great stuff in it, but overall, I just felt like, why? You already have Frankenstein. We have Frankenstein.
I thought his Pinocchio wasn't.
I really liked you. You didn't like it, or you did like Pinocchio?
I thought I like. I mean, I can't compare since I haven't seen Frankenstein, but I thought that Pinocchio wasn't bad.
Yeah, same. I really liked that he said it during World War I with the whole thing in Italy and stuff. I loved. And the way that the stop motion looked was really fucking good. I liked that one a lot, actually.
But I didn't like Shape of the Water. I thought that was a remake of The Splash.
Yeah. Or it should be Splash meets Shape of Water, and they have mermaids and mermen. Splash versus Shape of Water, the new Academy Award-winning movie starring Tom Hanks. Actually, what if Yuki?
Yeah.
What if?
Yes.
Here's a new theory for you.
Mm-hmm.
The Shape of Water monster is Tom Hanks, evolved into a fish man and sent back in time to fuck. Because at the end of Splash, Tom Hanks goes under the water and he accepts his fate. As what if the story went, he went underwater, he evolved into the fish man, and then somehow he goes back in time and he meets what's her name, and then he's the fish man. So Splash is a prequel to Shape of. It's a prequel, Yuki. We just connected the dots. Yuki.
Yeah.
So that makes sense because then he really is a human in essence. So he can fuck that woman. So it's not as weird as we thought it was.
Right. Oh, that works. Makes sense.
Nothing makes sense anymore, Yuki. Not even Antarctica. Would you, because I know that there are options to go on, say, cruises and stuff down to Antarctica. Would you do that?
No, I'm not really into it. You know, friend of mine, she went to there. She said there's a real tour, like a real sightseeing tour over there.
Are you a cruise person? Do you like cruises?
No.
Yeah, I'm not like wild about cruises myself, because if it sucks and you're stuck there for a week or whatever, and all these fucking horrible people, and you're stuck on the boat, and if it's rocking and shit, I just feel trapped. I mean, I would like to do one that was really short, like a 3-day cruise, but I don't think I would do like maybe an Alaskan cruise, but all the way down to Antarctica, you got to take 2-3 planes just to get to the cruise ship, and then you got to take the cruise ship for days to get down to Antarctica and all the way to fucking the South Pole. When I was younger, I used to think, man, it would be cool to visit Antarctica and see just the bottom of the earth, but as I get older, I'm like, I haven't even been to Detroit. Why the fuck am I going to Antarctica?
I'd rather try like a safari tour in Africa, or the boat tour in Amazon.
Yeah, because those, I feel like, even though they're remote, there's probably more to do, and ways that if you don't like what you're doing, you could get out of it. But in Antarctica, you're stuck. There's nothing around there. There's no other cities. The only way to get out of there is to really take the cruise back. And if you hate the cruise and you're fucking dying or something of the boat rocking, you're trapped.
What do you do? Just staring at the white snow for 3 days until your boat comes back? I mean, can't do that.
That's why I love HD footage, because it's almost like you're there. You don't need to go down to Antarctica. There's people who went there. They took the HD footage. It looks better than it'll look in real life. It's beautiful. Do you have any thoughts, Yuki, about conspiracy theories that you could make up about Antarctica? You got any of those?
I think that's backwards. I think every conspiracy is not proved. And if they say all conspiracy were wrong, and there is a conspiracy.
Right. Right. So maybe these people say it's disproven just to put us off the path of that it's real.
Right. Then nobody knows that, but actually exists.
There's a lot of conspiracies, Yuki. We should do a whole other episode on actual other conspiracies, because there's a few I was learning about. There's this guy who did the conspiracy theory iceberg. And at the, you know how an iceberg at the top, you only see a little bit out of the ocean, but then on the bottom, it's so huge. They cut up this iceberg into sections. I don't know. There's like 6 or 7 sections of conspiracy theories that are the top that everybody knows, the second that a lot of people know. And then as it goes down further and further and further, not a lot of people know about them, but they're the more complicated conspiracy theories. And then the final conspiracy theory, this was funny, is that, the final conspiracy theory at the bottom of the Antarctica, whatever, fucking iceberg, was that everything is God's plan. But why is that the conspiracy? Why? I mean, that's like, why is that at the bottom? Everybody knows that that's not a conspiracy theory, but a theory. Or a conspiracy. I guess it's a conspiracy theory. I don't know, because it's never been proven that God exists. So the bottom was everything that happens is according to God's plan, was the bottom of this conspiracy theory. I don't know, Yuki. I was disappointed. That was like a disappointing ending.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating, incomplete, half-ass ending.
Right. I mean, but on the way down, they were talking about simulation theory, alien theory, reptiles, fucking all the shit, hollow moon, artificial life on the sun, all kinds of crazy conspiracy theories. We could get into some of them later.
Okay.
But any thoughts on any further thoughts on Antarctica, Yuki? Anything that you can think about?
It's really like a Cleveland. It's so far away and nobody cares, sounds like.
That should be the city of Cleveland's, how they have like tourism ads. And it should be, it's like Cleveland, it's far away and nobody cares, by Yuki Nakamura.
Yeah, do people go Cleveland for sightseeing?
You know what's funny? I was listening to an audiobook recently. You know who Joe Esterhaus is? The guy who wrote Basic Instinct and Showgirls?
Yeah.
His audiobook, it's called Hollywood Animal, is amazing. It's amazing. There's parts of it I don't like because it goes really deep into his childhood, and some of that stuff I skipped over, but it does come into play later why he goes so deep into his childhood. But he was talking about the city of Cleveland, and he was listing because his wife and him wanted to move out of California, so they were deciding where to live, and they were considering Cleveland. And he made it sound really cool and intriguing, and I kind of want to go visit it now. Because I like Ohio. I've been to Ohio a few times, but I went to Columbus, and I forgot the other place I went. But I never went to Cleveland, but it's probably fun. It's probably a fun city.
Okay, I was once come to Ohio. It's a pit.
What part of Ohio? What part?
Was the major city? Columbus, Ohio. Columbus.
Oh, you went to Columbus, and you thought it was a pit, Yuki? Come on, I liked it.
After 6, all the stores closed. Nobody's walking on the street. And you have a dinner and try to eat beer. You don't get it because liquor is illegal after 6 o'clock or something, and then you can't get it. And then if you want drinking, I think you go to special bar, you becoming a member. Of course, you have to pay to be a member. Then you really can have a drink that place. So it's really limited. I don't think you can drink like New York if you go Cleveland.
Well, some places close early. The Midwest, they probably close instead of 4, they close at 2, or maybe there's even places that close at 1, etc. But hey, I don't know. It's just a different part of the world, different way to live, different things to do.
The other city like that, Salt Lake City, like the pit also.
Oh my God, Yuki, you're disparaging the whole American. You're going to have to move to Antarctica with the way that you're disparaging all these fucking U.S. cities.
Well, I tell you, the Antarctica, looking at those snow, staring at the snow, maybe more fun than just being standing Cleveland or, Salt Lake City.
Jesus Christ, Yuki. Christ almighty. Lord help us all. The conspiracy, they're going to bury you in Antarctica. They're going to bring you down there. The fucking Cleveland and Salt Lake City residents are going to fly you down and then take you on a cruise to Antarctica. And that's going to be the new conspiracy theory. Where is Yuki Nakamura buried? And everybody's going to say Antarctica. You fuck. How dare you? How dare you disparage American city? Did you see last night? We might put this out in a couple of weeks. Did you see last night after the Knicks game how the fucking animal Knick people, not all of them are animals, but these people were, fucking beat the shit out of some guy wearing a Spurs jersey in the street?
Yeah, well, I saw the news, but I didn't see it because, when game ended, New York Knicks lost, so I just turned it off.
Yeah, I watched, and I watch sports, infrequently. I watch it sometimes here and there, but this is cool because the Knicks haven't won in so long, and it's hometown, whatever. So I'm sort of on the bandwagon, and it's exciting. Like it's exciting, but yeah, they lost last night, and then some guy, but he's stupid. You got to be kind of stupid to think that you're gonna go wear a Spurs jersey and not get harassed. Now, I don't think that the guy should have gotten the shit kicked out of him, which he did, but also they shouldn't have kicked the shit out of him. Like, it's just stupid. It's all over a sports team. You're harming another human being. I understand both sides of it. Like, don't be stupid and wear a Spurs jersey. You can root for the Spurs, but don't wear the jersey through the crowded New York Knicks streets, especially after they just lost. You're just asking to die.
It's only sport. I think they're the too silly. I mean, it's nice to be your team rooting your team. That's nice, but it's only sport. I mean, it's people. Look, when the Lakers won the championship in LA, there's a riot. It's crazy.
Yeah, they win, and they destroy the city. That's what I was thinking. Like I was kind of worried that they're gonna fucking go nuts when they win and actually do a lot of damage.
Maybe that's why they lost. You know what the people said? Knicks, they're winning 13 games in a row. Well, that's kind of they said, well, Trump was there last night. That's why New York lost.
Yeah, they blame it on Trump. But did you see there's a lot of footage of coming out of Trump eating pizza and French fries? It's amazing. It's amazing. That guy loves his food.
Right. Not just the food. He loves junk food.
Junk food, yeah. It's like he's eating his French fries one by one, and he loves it so much. I kind of relate to that. I love fucking French fries, man. I love pizza. I want pizza right now.
Yeah, there is a story like when Trump went to Japan, not this time, first time. He went to Japan. Japanese government, okay, well, the U.S. president here. So they took like a best sushi place in Tokyo, and then Trump didn't like it, and then he said, I want to eat a Big Mac. So the Japanese government
the diplomats and shit took him to fucking McDonald's. Oh my god!
Instead of best sushi bar in Tokyo.
Oh my god!
A lot of people didn't even enjoy it. Obama enjoyed it, I know that, but Trump, he didn't enjoy it. He asked, "I want a quarter pounder."
That's fucking crazy. Oh, man. Well, all right, Yuki, any other thoughts on Antarctica before we wrap this thing up?
So, again, there's always conspiracy. And then if there is a conspiracy, Antarctica, what's in North Pole?
Right. Yeah, what's up? Why is Trump, so speaking of Trump, why is he so interested in Greenland? He wants to take that shit, and then the North Pole. Although, hey, Santa Claus is up there, so maybe that's part of it. He wants to have the magic of Christmas.
But who is Santa Claus? Maybe, space friend. Okay, when I was talking to, there was an astronaut, James Irwin. I think he went to the moon, second Apollo or third Apollo or something. He said he saw the Santa Claus. And then he said, oh, I just saw Santa Claus.
In space?
In the space.
He was hallucinating. The fucking oxygen was too high, and he was high off the oxygen supply.
So the story about the Neil Armstrong and then Buzz Aldrin, but I did the interview James Irwin too, and I asked. And then this footage I saw, there is a footage, he's looking at the window from the rocket, says, oh, I just saw Santa Claus. So I said, what do you mean by that? You mentioned in this documentary, you said, "Oh, I just saw Santa Claus." That was a joke. Did you see Santa Claus? And you see the UFO? You see the space planes? What was it?
And did he answer? What did he answer?
He didn't answer.
Oh.
Yuki, whatever you do in your life, aim high. That's what he gave.
Whoa, I don't even know how that relates to him seeing Santa Claus in space. I think, aim high. Maybe he meant I, like that he was high.
See, so I don't know, but his answer was, whatever you do in your life, aim high, don't go so low.
Whoa, he was on space grass, Yuki. He was smoking the space grass when he saw Santa Claus in space, man. All right, well, that was Antarctica, and yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I would visit. At least not unless it was like an all expenses paid trip, and I was only first class. Yeah, then maybe I would go. But it's got to be a really harsh environment. But I heard that there's scientists down there who have a yearly screening of the thing. So that must be really cool to gather around the television set while you're in Antarctica and to watch the thing while the storms are blazing outside and you're fucking, yeah, that's...
Did you hear the news? Like somebody's remaking the thing.
Oh, come on. Enough with the remakes of the thing. Just make another movie about another alien and another Antarctica space. Why does it have to be the fucking thing? Or just make a sequel. Just make a straight up fucking cocksucking sequel. Why does it have to be a remake? I'm so tired of remakes because there's no tension. The
Kurt Russell may be too old to play that.
Well, yeah, make a sequel with other characters that didn't have anything to do with because the star of the thing is the thing. You don't need Kurt Russell for the thing. The thing is the thing.
Zack Snyder? He's remaking Escape from New York.
Zack Snyder is remaking Escape from New York. I hate that. I hate that with a passion. I don't care, man. I just don't care. Why doesn't he make the thing that they were gonna make, which was Escape from Earth? That was supposed to be the third Escape from New York, Escape from LA, and then Escape from Earth. Why doesn't he just make Escape from Earth, have some other guy play Snake Plissken the way that fucking Mel Gibson didn't play in the Fury Road? They had Tom Hardy. You just have another guy play Snake Plissken. You do Escape from Earth. Then that way nobody knows what the fuck story is happening. It's a brand new thing, but it's still the same thing. Escape from New York is the same. It's going to be the same fucking... Anyway. Well, that was it for us today on Yuki and John's Antarctica Buffet.
Yuki and John's Patreon Buffet.